So, part of being a Beachbody coach is every day I have to spend time on personal development. And every morning when I do my miracle morning, I read for 10 minutes. And one of the girls in my challenge group suggested that I read this Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. How the courage to be vulnerable transforms the way we live, love, parent, and lead. And as a coach, I have to be vulnerable. I have to share my story with you guys so that you know that I'm not this person who has their crap together and gets up and exercises every day and the world is my freaking oyster. Like, that's not realistic. So I am learning to be vulnerable. I am learning that God is the only person that can truly judge me, and his opinion is the only one that matters to me. And so I wasn't sure when I first started this book. I feel like I am pretty good at being vulnerable, but there are always aspects of our lives where we can do better and be better. And so the premise of this book is a quote that Theodore Roosevelt said during his speech. And it says, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again. Because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause? Who at the best knows in the end of the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly." And we're talking in church today. We just started a new sermon series about being bold and sharing Jesus with the world. And not just preaching, not preaching at all, just showing kindness, going out of your way to do the deeds that others don't feel comfortable doing. It's something that not a lot of people are comfortable with, whatever your passion may be. Stepping outside of your comfort zone is not easy. It is not comfortable. That's why they call it a comfort zone. I like to call it the chicken zone because, well, that sounds horrible, and I feel like maybe, I don't know, but it is. That's what it is. We are put on this planet to do great things, to be uncomfortable, to share God's love, to share our passions, and so many of us are living life just going day to day, doing the same crap day by day by day. I can tell you step by step my entire morning routine. I can tell you step by step that I do the same exact thing in the shower every day. These are things that I am comfortable with. Sharing my crap with you, sharing my journey with you, talking about my sexual assault and my emotional eating, like that stuff isn't easy for me to share with you. But I know that it's bigger than me. And some people are going to judge me, but that's on them. That doesn't matter. God is the one who can judge me, and his opinion to me is the only one that matters. Another thing that I love about this book, and I'm done with it, but I've highlighted the entire thing pretty much. And I read the 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins last year after I saw her speak in New Orleans in March. And she talks about small acts of courage every day. Not anything crazy, big, whatever. Just small acts of courage every day. So this Daring Greatly, and Mel Robbins talks about the same thing. It's not about winning or losing. It's about courage. In a world where scarcity and shame dominate and feeling afraid has become second nature, vulnerability is subversive. It's uncomfortable. It's even a little bit dangerous. She goes on then to say, I can honestly say that nothing is as uncomfortable, dangerous, and hurtful as believing that I'm standing on the outside of my life, looking in and wondering what it would be like if I had the courage to show up and let myself be seen. There is no effort, she goes on to re-quote Teddy Roosevelt, no effort without error and shortcoming. And there really is no triumph without vulnerability. You guys, we got to get to the point in our lives where we don't care what the person next to us is going to say. We have a life to live. We have a purpose to live. And when you don't let that out, you are doing a disservice to yourself, to your family, to your future, to your legacy, to the plan that God has for your life. Like, we have to stop sitting on the sidelines of our own life, looking in, thinking, oh man, if only I had the guts to do this, how different would my life be? You have a choice every day when you wake up to make a difference in your life, in the life of someone else. It is on you to take that step. All you got to do is pray for courage. I do that every day. It's not easy, especially in a world with social media where we are constantly seeing, this happen, that happen, politics, school shootings, whoever who has their life supposedly all together. Like, we are constantly in a state of terror, of realizing our own dreams, and we just sit comfortably in our comfort zone and we don't do anything about it. I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people about if only. Stop saying if only. Get off your butt and do something. Even if you don't tell anybody about it, even if you don't make some wild spectacle, do something for yourself that you feel is courageous. If you haven't read 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, read it. Read Daring Greatly. I talked to a friend last week who is taking a dream vacation, and she didn't really want to tell people about it because she felt shame, which they talk about in this book. She works hard. They work hard. Like, they deserve to take any vacation that they want. I feel weird sometimes talking to you guys about buying a boat with my mom or, doing this, but like, I work hard. I am passionate about helping people get healthy and live better and eliminate the obesity rate. I'm not going to hold back because I want to find other people who want to dare greatly with me and change the freaking world. Like, this is not something to hold in. This is not something to hold back. This is something to be proud of. We are all put here to serve a purpose. No matter what your current job is, or limitations, or relationship situation, or work situation, we all have crap that happens. It's how we push forward, and it's how we, wake up every morning. And are we determined to make something better of our life that day, or are we determined to sit in a rut and feel sorry for ourselves? I go back and forth between both of those places. So trust me, I get it. But we're put here for so much more than just sitting on the sidelines and watching other people live their life and us just sitting here wondering, what if I, what is the thing that you want the most out of your life? Is it that you are passionate about? And why is it that you are afraid to take that step in your life to say, hey man, I deserve this. I don't care if you're 21, 18, 45, or 70. You are never too old to live the life that you deserve. You're not. You got to read self-help books. There used to be this stigma of people, going to the library or to Barnes and Noble and they're in the self-help section. I read self-help every single day. I immerse myself in it. It has changed my life. When I read books like this, vulnerability is the last thing I want you to see in me, but the first thing I look for in you. I can't take the mask off now. No one knows what I really looked like. Not my partner, my kids, not my husband, my friends. They've never met the real me. I'm not even sure who I am under here. That's deep stuff, you guys. We are not alone. We are not alone in thinking that, oh my gosh, I don't have anything to offer anyone. But you do. God put you here for a purpose. Whether you believe that or not, I don't really care. It's true. I used to feel the same way. But we are meant for so much more than most of us are putting out there. And it's time that we buck up and we do the right thing. Be bold. What else is there? Be bold. Make changes, do good things, be kind to other people. Stop gossiping. For the love of God, people, stop gossiping. Focus on your own stuff. When we talk about other people, it means that we're lacking something in our life, and it's time to look inward instead of looking outward and picking on other people and their choices, whether it's parenting choices, choices at work, choices in what people wear or what they eat or whatever. Stop judging. We all have a life that we have to live, and we have to live it to our best absolute ability. And picking on someone because they either don't know, they're uneducated, or maybe they just don't want to make a change, that's not on you to decide. That's not on you to place judgment. We are judged by one person and one being alone. And your opinions of other people and how they live their lives, that is not what you are put here for. Instead of spending time gossiping about other people, get your crap together and go do something. Be bold, make changes, do something good in the world. Be the change you wish to see in the world. And that's all I got. Have a great week.